Deku, rage mode. Well, he's about to go berserk. This is like episode, I think it's episode 9, is it? From season 6. It's good. Is that the animation? Is it as good as it has been? What do you think? I don't know. I think the manga did a better job of this part. No offense to the animators, because there was some cool bits, cool scenes, like Deku's face in this one was really good. Let's go. So landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if we go too fast. I'm going to start with his eye, and particularly his eyebrow. So big vertical sort of tick, right, that goes up across here. Now most of this will be underneath his hair, right, but we'll just draw it in and erase what we don't need, right? So we'll just thicken up the eyebrow a little bit. So because his head is, he's going vertical like this because his head is tilted forward, okay? Right, so curving up and back. So then his eye comes out from the back here, out to there. And then this comes down around to the front. And we go back up into this corner. And we will thicken up his eyelid line. He's got like lots of stress lines sort of around his eye and stuff like this. And then his iris, real small up here. And his pupil is like in the back of it, back there. Red veins, right? So you could draw these with a red marker, or if you're coloring, you know, after you do your pencil, these would be pink or red sort of lines. Okay. So his forehead just out here, right? And it's kind of wrinkly, so it just goes out like that. And he's got like lots of texture lines and stuff. His nose, typical My Hero Academia style, comes out real far, pointy, back down to there. No nostril to speak of. There's like 2 little hatching lines there. Maybe that's supposed to be a nostril or a scratch. And there's some hatching on the tip top of his nose here. Freckles, don't forget them. Top lip sticks out, in. And his mouth, gritting his teeth, right? So it curves, big curved line back this way. So like that, and then it goes square down here, then around to his top lip, or bottom lip should I say, just there. And then we got 2 bumps for teeth. 1, 2, and then the teeth themselves, so they kind of zigzag up and down to about there. Then there's a bit of a gap. You just do the front. Some lines like here. This is quite, there's like a thick shadow back here as well. It's just thickening up these lines back here. And then gum line drawn in with pink there and there. Maybe something here as well. All right, so his chin comes down there, and then his jaw there, down for his neck. Bit of a shadow here, and I will draw it in. So like so. Okay. All right, so before we do hair, so his jaw is like here, so it goes up towards the ear, like here. So it's about here, right? Your earlobe sort of lines up hard, like if his head was turned, it'd be lined up with just the bottom of his nose, just there. And the top of the ear sort of lines up with the top of the eyebrow or the eye. All right, so it comes around this way. And then ear lines inside. Like so. Like that. Maybe like a bit of a shadow just for where his jaw would be. Just down there. So the rest on top is hair and then his body, right? And his mask and stuff. So we do the hair, I guess. So typical Deku sort of spikes. Angled sometimes. And it actually covers his eye a little bit. So we're going to cut off his eye here. And then this side. Goes down that way. And some more coming out from behind his head. Remember, hair moves, blows in the wind, so it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Once you get the general shape of the spikes and stuff, you should be okay. Quite big up here now. So what can we see of his hair at the back? Not much. It goes behind his shoulder. A little bit over here. And of course, you have to draw in the black sections of Deku's hair. So these shadows that sort of follow his hair. You know, just to separate the green spikes. And the black. So you're just going around adding these sort of zigzag lines. There, and maybe some from behind his ear as well. Yeah. So it's like all black up there. Maybe there's like another sort of green area. Like so. Okay, so then shoulder and mask and stuff, right? So it's big sort of carving line for the mask there. And then this comes down the back. Just like that black edge, right? And then it comes along his chin. So, and it kind of bumps, right? And then this goes down that way. To there and down like so. And then we go and down, across. Up to there. And there's some extra lines. So these like have lines that go this way, that way. And then some circles here. Maybe some extra edge lines on these. Right. There's like some hatching on his neck here, and an extra neck muscle line coming up from here. And then the rest of his hair in behind. Yeah, right. And then his shoulder pad. So his shoulder has that sort of pad, pale white shoulder pad comes down. So we're real close up on his shoulder, so it's like real big. On the inside. There, and it's got like some buttons or something. There, and then like a seam, and then like 4 lines for his clothing. And oh yeah, his mask that just kind of just floats in the background back here. Okay, so details on his face. So we got like scratches and tears and spit and the whole lot, right? So he's about to lose his mind. So we go coming out kind of from his eyes here, right? So they just go. So into his mouth. And then it kind of like bumps over his eyes here. And then we have like some spit coming out from his mouth here, like drool sort of. He's frothing at the mouth. And then of course, lots of scratch marks and stuff all over him. Lots of blood on his mouth. And this is drawn just with these hatching lines. And these are obviously going to be red when you color them, you know, if you want them to be like blood. Right. But as much of that now as you want, really. You can make them look real rough if you want it. Maybe something coming. Yeah, there's another like piece of drool or snot or something here coming out of his nose. Okay, Deku. Rage. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.